Hello and welcome back to Syrasi Plays Golden Sun, The Lost Age. Where we last left off, we had gotten most of the way through Aqua Rock, as it is known, and now we're going to try to do the rest of it. Let's see. And yes, I'm going left. Who saw that coming? Okay, I've already been here. Oh good, we went in full circle. That makes me feel better. I like symmetry, what can I say? Okay. Where is this leading me? Treasure! I'm happy with this. Yes, treasure. Aquarius stone. Well, that seems downright. That leads the chosen one? Okay. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm the chosen one. This is kind of... So, each of these rocks has been... We've only been to 2 of them so far, and as I've already mentioned, there are 3, one for each of the elements. And they kind of serve as a sort of trial of sorts for the civilization that is nearby. And they were probably used in the ancient world to test people before letting them get the special power of that region of the world. And for here, the chosen one thing sounds like it was part of the culture of whatever these islands were like way back when. Where the hell am I going? So yeah, I think that's kind of nifty. It reminds me a little bit of the Disney movie, Disney Pixar Moana. I don't know if you ever got to see that. It was called, if you're watching from outside the United States, it was called Baiana in the rest of the world. And it's about a girl growing up in the Polynesian Islands, loosely based on Hawaii, but also the other Pacific Islands. And there's sort of trials like this. And that's loosely what this is based off of. Not the movie, but, you know, the culture. But this is probably the least developed of the cultures that you find. They kind of just have this whole island paradise. We have no real worries here. And we're on the edge of the world, and the world is eroding around us, and we might die. But we don't know that. Yay! That's pretty much the Apogee Islands culture. Okay. What is here? Oh, that's so cool. Moses! Pharaoh, let my people go! Oh god, that was epic. Okay, let's do this. Okay. What? Oh. Huh? Oh. Alright. Wielder of water's strength, lay your hands upon this stone. If thou'rt worthy, the power to drain away the standing water shall be yours. Water's strength, huh? That sounds like my sort of thing, doesn't it? Go ahead. Piers tried to touch the stone slate, but did he touch it? Because it just said he tried. Alright, what's this going to be? It's going to be parch. His feet are really narrow from the back. Just saying. What went wrong? What are we going to do, Felix? Maybe our power is being tested. Alright, let's try this. Yup, this is a heat water synergy that evaporates water. Isn't that cool? So that, if you remember, there was water in the ship concealing a treasure chest. We can get that now. The problem is, we need to find a place that we can get into the ship, because we can't. Oh, I can't take it back. We can't get back into the ship until we find a dock, basically. So we'll see when that ends up being. But until then, I can get this nifty motherfucking treasure. I'm not going to go that way because I know that leads the way out. Rusty sword. Makes sense. It was sitting under that water for God knows how many centuries. We'll have to take that down to the blacksmith and he can polish it up and make it powerful again. But before we do that, we've got to go back to check out these other places. What's over here? Ah, yes. I'm not quite sure what I'm aiming for here. Okay, hang on. I know I'm going for something, but what? Fuck if I know. This is the annoying part, because we saw that Mercury Ginny, and I'm not leaving here without it, but one, that's going to unbalance our party again, because someone's going to have the set Ginny on him until we get a new one, and we can finally upgrade Piers to level the top tier of his class. Well, until much later when we get beyond that. This will be tier 4, I believe, for him. Damn good. Okay, maybe this is it. This might be where I'm going. Okay. I think this is it, yeah. Awesome. And a unicorn ring. Cool. So this is a sneaky part. You can actually use parch on these motherfuckers too when you're on the same level. Look at that. Now the whole water just is like gone. And we can get that one. And you will be our new friend. Even we took away the nice shower you were getting there. I'm sorry. Oh, he's mad. He wants to fight us. Okay. Alright, we'll fight you. You will see the true power of the adepts. 2 adepts from Vale, 1 from the sky, and 1 from the sea. That's kind of cool. Sheba's got the coolest backstory of... Well, Ivan's got a cool backstory too. Both of the wind adepts have some of the coolest backstories. Piers is cool too, but not as cool as the others. Let's be real. And Mia's just like, I'm from this place and I'm the last of my tribe. And that's kind of sad, but, you know, well, clan is probably the right word for her actually, because she's a family, not a alliance. You know there's a difference between the words tribe and clan? Well, let me tell you about that. Because I study partially the history of North Africa, and the Berbers, or Amazigh as they call themselves in their own language, I know that the clans were just the smaller extended family units, kind of like you, your uncles, and cousins, and cousins' cousins. And a tribe is an alliance of clans. So the clans would join together and form an alliance, and they're the tribe. And these tribes could be absolutely gargantuan, and they shifted over time. Just being part of this one tribal alliance doesn't mean that it's going to be forever. And that's a much more deep understanding of what we used to think, because growing up in the United States like I did, and having a very conservative education, I was not given a very good understanding of I'm not quite sure what the correct word to use nowadays is. Native American is, because I hear indigenous is considered offensive and condescending, so I'm not going to use it. Well, the First Nation peoples that's more of a Canadian term, but it sounds better, so I'll use that. If there's a better term, please let me know. I want to be as respectful as I can. Did I just do that? Oh. So we didn't really have a clear understanding of the incredibly ornate political systems that were in place in the North American continent before the Columbian Exchange began. And I think it's just is a really big disservice to how complex those systems of organization are, because growing up in a Western culture, we're used to deferring all of our political activism and power to professionals who do it for us so we don't have to think about it. And sometimes this manifests, as we have arguably in the United States as a democracy. It's severely reduced in that degree. It's more or less autocratic at this point, but sorry if I'm using too many big words. I tend to do that. But basically, I'm going to explain this a bit more simply. I'm getting overly worked up about this. In a tribal or clan-based system, very, very many people are sharing power, and it's negotiating between a ton of different people. Like, there's tribal councils, everyone gets representation. A lot of times it's based on families that are getting representation, so the families with power will be the ones getting the most representation. And that's a flaw, but it's also arguably better than many Western governments, which don't really grant any power to their citizens. So yeah, that's just my random rant. So we shouldn't be condescending about tribal cultures, because that doesn't mean that they're like Stone Age or primitive. It just means it's a different system of organizing. And arguably, the people living under those systems have a lot more self-determination of how to live their lives, and a lot less authoritarianism in those systems of governance. So we should try to maintain an open mind about the ways other people organize their societies. And that's my random rant as we're exploring all of these caricatures of civilizations across this fantasy world. I hope I enrich your understanding of not just this world, but our world as well, because I've said this before and I'll say it again. Fantasy isn't really an escape from our world. Fantasy, as we know it, is actually used as a way to explore our world outside of its original context, so that you can look at some really interesting things that are happening in our world without having them having the same cultural and political charge that they would otherwise. So, on that note, here we are at Izumo, which is Japan. I don't want to scare you, but you should leave. And fast. Right now. Seriously. Run. Uh-oh. So a dragon is causing problems. Kushinada, we don't want to sacrifice her. Oh, this is sad. She has a deep voice. That's cool. I respect that. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of or played Dragon Warrior 3. That's one of the other games on my short list of games I might want to play on this channel. And after I explain this, if you have an opinion one way or the other, please leave a comment or send me a direct message and let me know what you think. Because it's one of my favorite games. Like, not remotely as high up as this one is, but it's a really great game. It was for Game Boy Color, and it originated as the Dragon Quest series, which you may be more familiar with. And the Dragon Quest series was all about, it was just like a classic RPG, very much Final Fantasy style, and in fact competing with Final Fantasy for, it was in competition with Final Fantasy, basically, is the best way to think about it. And you had your party of people, and they'll follow you around, and you fight monsters, you level up, you buy better equipment, and you save the world. It's the standard RPG fare, and it was a really cool game. And I mean, it's way, way, way more low-tech than this. You can't even see your own party during battle. It's so low-tech. But it might actually be worthwhile. I'm going to give these to Felix. So if you have an opinion about that, please let me know. I would be happy to do a Let's Play of that too. The other ones that are on the table are probably Fire Emblem, Sacred Stones. That's one that's close to my heart. It was my first Fire Emblem. I don't know how to do DS emulation right now on the computer, on PC, so if you also happen to know a great emulator for PC, for DS games, let me know that too. I'd be happy to, because there's a ton of awesome DS games that I'd love to share with you. So, yeah. As I blow all my money on very, very minor improvements in defense. It's okay, I need to spend this money. What else am I going to do with it? Okay. Alright, let's talk to the other people in here and figure out what's going on. Display of power? What are you talking for? Powers? Bright rocks falling from the sky? Huh. That sounds like synergy. It's almost as if there's a source of extraordinary synergetic power somewhere around here. Huh. So you're sacrificing people, huh? That sounds a little bit rude, and that was the wrong one. Oh, hello. Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh, hello, old people. Ooh. What did cause your legendary guardian? If the island is in grave danger. It looks like they have bronze equipment over there too. It's all green. Uh-oh, Sousa took your dagger. Interesting. Anyway, the reason that I mentioned Dragon Warrior 3 was because there is also a city just like this. Why do dragons always demand mated sacrifices? It's because they want to protect them from the asshole men who won't leave them alone. Duh. Oh. And I think it's almost named the same city, actually. I'm not familiar with my Japanese mythology as much, but is it possible? If you know this, please let me know. Oh, what a dick. Is there a legend of an ancient Japanese village that was plagued by a dragon and they have to sacrifice a maiden every year? Because I feel like that's a recurring trope I've seen in several different places. I never liked the old wild Sousa, but he's so different now. Maybe I can be his new girlfriend after they sacrifice the other girl. Holy shit. Oh, Sousa. He apparently was an angry person. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Fearless. Oh, jeez. Just a legend, huh? Oh. Hello. He didn't even use his hands. That sounds like move synergy. And there's only two kinds of adepts that have access to move synergy, and that's earth and fire. We've already been to the wind and water statues. It's back in its original position. Right, it's been like 5 seconds. Hello, this opened up. Because we know that shape. Oh, yeah, we can't get through here yet. We can get through here after we get a new Synergy power, which we will get in this place. Well, the place nearby this place. Oh, geez, this is dark. Oh, what's a sacrifice? Oh, I'll do my best. Yeah, right? Oh, what a brave priest, man. I respect that guy. To an extent. Oh, hello. Oh, come on. Ah. The Undying Mountain. The serpent will never die. Oh, jeez. That serpent sure knows good food when he eats it. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's fun. Oh, joy. Oh, okay. Who's up here? That's a special sprite. Suze is not here. I believe he went to Mount Mikage. He believes he can save Kushinada, and so he has gone to fight the serpent. He truly believes he can defeat the great serpent of Mikage. It's all for naught, though, as a hero will certainly appear and destroy the great serpent. If the serpent defeats Susa, I'll be alone. So you are his sister, one of the adepts. So they've got a tiny little village with this power structure based around adepts, but they don't know what it is. Oh no. Oh. Oh. There's no hero coming. Oh, jeez. Susa, don't come for me. If I see you, I'll surely lose the courage to sacrifice myself for Izumo. If I run, Lady Uzume and all of Izumo will suffer greatly. Please, don't come for me. Lady Uzume has foretold the coming of a hero, and I believe her. And so I shall remain here until the coming of the next full moon, and the hero. God, this is so dark. Okay. Okay. You know, with a village this fucking small, sacrificing a woman every full moon, you're gonna be depopulated in like less than a year, it feels like. So yeah. So look at this, it's literally right here on this tiny little fucking island. So we've got one here, and one here. The other one is like way the fuck over here, I think. I think it's like there. I might be wrong, it might be over here actually. I don't remember. We'll find that out eventually. Gaia Rock. So yeah, you get to see 2 of the rocks in one episode. Isn't that cool? So the first time I came here, you saw I just ran to the other direction and saw a ladder. I never knew that the first time I played this game. And I went straight through the dungeon here and never unlocked the key ability which weakens the boss. Because normally the boss will heal itself like 2,000 HP every turn. And so I had to figure out a way to kill it in like one turn. And how I eventually did it was I massively over-leveled my team and then just summoned the shit out of things until it was dead. And I actually did it. And I just want you to know that that was entirely pointless because there's a way to get around it. I completely wasted my time back then, which is fine. I mean, it's annoying as hell, but it's fine. Kind of hilarious, actually. But yeah, so here we are, Gaia Rock. We're definitely not going to get through it in one day, but yeah. Nice. So that works. Good job, team. So I gotta run around. I love the music in this whole game, but the rocks and lighthouses probably have the best music of all the places. It's just, I will listen to the soundtrack of this game forever because it has so much emotional power for me. Let's see, I've got two options. Want to take bets on which one I'm going to take? Well, I hope you bet it on the left because that's the one I'm going on. However, we're going to find some cool things about this place. Not yet, though. So basically there are little, you know, the moai are a recurring theme in these rocks. We're going to run into those here too. But you haven't seen them yet. Well, you'll see. You'll see. That was ominous. Oh, there's the one. That's actually a wind one. What is that doing here? That's meant to give you a hint on how to solve this puzzle. But first I'm going to go down here. Those are the ones we were fighting at Tolby in the previous game. That's a good sign. We're getting pretty far. And this game does reach a whole different scale than the first game. You get much further in terms of level and attack power and shit. And way more Jenny, or Jen. Damn it. It is plural. Okay, so I'm going to try this first. That moai is literally just a hint on how to solve this. Whee! Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so that's in place. I'm going to go down here. Over this way. Up here. Perfect. I love the little leaves blowing everywhere. You think it would have killed the plant long ago. All those leaves falling off constantly. There's only 4 fucking leaves on it. Are you kidding me? And I will not forget there was an area before this that we missed because I went to the left. So we will not miss that again on the way back down. That looks like a dead end to me. But you gotta test it out. Nope, nothing there. Why am I using all this wind synergy on the rock area? Seriously. I'm not quite sure where I'm going. Okay, so I can't go there yet. So yeah, this is the only way. What's up here first? Nothing. Swing! Ah, Tarzan! Oh, that book has a storied history, doesn't it? Wow, I did not need to devote that many people to attacking those things. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Okay, we beat the white. All right, next area. Aha. So these are kind of a hint of what you might run into. I'm just going to show you. Oh, hello, it didn't work. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it scares the shit out of me every time. They just pop out like throbbing dicks. That was disgusting, but that's literally what it feels like. Please. Oh, it worked, thank God. Did I get that right the first time? Holy shit. I used to always have to redo that like 5 times. Wow, I feel good about myself. Okay, cool. So what's over here? That was wrong. I don't need that many attacks. God damn it. Could have avoided that fire breath if I had been less impatient. Anyway, I don't even know which of those is right, but we're going to find out next time on Syrasi Plays Golden Sun, The Lost Age.